Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the next episode here of the Remembrancers Library podcast. I'm Vincent.
I'm Ethan.
And today we are continuing on talking about primarchs. Whoop-de-doo, yay, more primarchs.
More primarchs, yeah.
But yeah, today we are talking about Mortarion.
Yes, Mortarion today.
The King of Vape Nation.
The King of the Vape Nation, the Pale King of the Vape Nation is his full title in the universe.
Is that his gamer tag too?
Yeah, XX Mortarion Vape Nation, XX42069.
Yeah.
Mortarion.
Yeah. Mortarion again, just to get the point across.
Yeah, hashtag I hate my dad is what his bio says.
Yeah.
Hashtag I hate my dad, hashtag kill stealing asshole, hashtag. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah. Anyway, getting straight into this one, bit of house cleaning from the beginning. Thank you again to everybody that is subscribing on the YouTube channel. Yeah. To anybody that has come here again from Instagram, thank you very much. We might be getting more stuff, more social media set up in the future and stuff like that.
Things and stuff.
We'll see where we go from here.
If there's a social media that you like better than the others, let us know. Maybe.
Let us know, you purist.
Let us know how we can make ourselves accessible to you.
Yes.
And if there's anything particular you'd like to see on those social medias, let us know.
Yep.
We can't give you $1 million or a winning lottery ticket, but we can do cool things sometimes.
We can sure help you out with a couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know about that. If you're found us on one platform, go check out our others.
Yep.
We'll have them all cross-linked eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Not on YouTube though. You can't put links in the YouTube thing until you pass 1,000 subscribers.
Of course not.
Of course not. It's still early days, and anything helps. Everything helps.
Yeah. Anything helps. Everything helps.
Anything and everything helps. So just let us know.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. We just passed a little while ago our first 100 views
on a video,
and we're really excited about that, and we're very thankful for all of you. So yeah. Just let us know how we're doing. Please leave a comment on anything that you want us to do, even if we've messed up something in the episode and you want to tell us about it. If
there's corrections that need to be made, then we will do so.
Yes, we will.
So we don't know everything, and we do sometimes run on a bit of things.
Yeah.
Robute.
Yeah.
We run on a bit, and we're having fun.
Yeah.
We want to make sure you guys are having fun too also.
So yeah, we just wanted to let you guys know that right at the beginning. We'll probably be saying this over and over again for the next couple of episodes, because
why not?
We just want to let you guys know how much we appreciate you, because you guys are awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah. On to the episode of Mortarion.
Diving straight in.
Yes. So Mortarion, the Pale King.
Pale King.
The leader of Vape Nation thing, that was a joke. There is no vaping in Warhammer.
No.
Unless you're a Emperor's child.
Yes.
There's a lot of drugs involved in that.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway, the 13th Primarch to be discovered, the Primarch of the 14th Legion. We got into an argument about that a little while ago.
Just a little bit about the numbers.
About my inability to distinguish the numbers of 13 and 14.
Yes.
But anyway.
Both dyslexic. Oh well.
Oh well. So first things first, when talking about Mortarion, we need to talk about Barbarous. Now, Barbarous, from its name,
yes.
Do you think it's a nice planet to live on?
Sounds like somewhere that you could throw some shrimps on.
Yeah.
Throw some shrimps on that, Barbarous? No?
Anyway. So, Barbarous is not a nice place to live. It's a gas planet.
Okay.
Literally, there's probably a couple 100 feet at the base of, in the lowest points of the planet.
Yeah.
Where, human beings can live.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking about it in the Age of Strife, not in the Age of Strife, in the Golden Age, when they were let's go and
hang out here.
Let's go and populate some planets. Oh, this one seems good. It's covered in gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yes. So humanity literally just suffers all the time.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Constant smog.
Non-stop smog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in swamps.
Yeah.
And bottoms of valleys, because it's just nasty and gaseous all the time, all the live long day there. And
I'm gonna assume then the gas rises, so there's a couple pockets where there's not as much. The lower down you go.
The densest the gas is the peak of mountains and stuff like that. So in real life, how you see mountains constantly having clouds around the top of them, or a small layer of clouds around them.
That but poison
all the time.
Cool. And like 100 times worse.
And 100 times worse.
At least.
At least.
Goody.
Like the gas is like corrosive gas.
Okay.
So like think mustard gas, but like 10 times worse.
Right.
Yeah. So like you would be like, the more you walk into it, like the more that your body would just like start to just like peel away. Like your eyeballs would melt out your sockets, and like that kind of stuff.
Wonderful.
Like, well, before that even happened, you drop dead from just the amount of the amount of inhaling you're doing from it. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lovely vacation home.
A wonderful vacation spot. Visit Barbaros. We have only the nicest moors and valleys.
Yes. That's only where it's only nice.
It's only where it's nice, yeah. But aside from that, there was one other thing that was a lot worse than the gas on this planet. And it was the inhuman necromantic overlords of the planet.
Goody.
Yeah. We don't know what they look like.
Okay.
There is no record of what species they were.
Okay.
The only thing that they're described as is inhuman.
Okay. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah. They're just inhuman. They might look human, but it's like that feeling you get when it's kind of that uncanny valley feeling when you're looking at something like that's not quite right.
Human, but a little to the left.
And they weren't quite right because they had warp powers.
Oh,
yes.
Wonderful.
So they had warp powers, and these warp powers would allow them to bring people back from the dead. Now, I'm sure you can see where this is going. A necrotic gas cloud and priests and warlocks that can bring people back from the dead in a zombie-like state.
This is gonna get real culty and real weird real quick.
Yeah, it's most likely that these inhuman necrotic overlords were servants of Nurgle. It's most likely what it was.
Yeah.
But what they would do they used human beings as like fodder for experimentation.
Like lab rats.
Like literally like lab rats. So they would come down and they would be like, those ones, I want those ones. And they would just take people or they would kill people and then they would just do experiments on their dead bodies.
Oh.
Yeah. Or if you were really unlucky, on your living body.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
It was awful. Now, this continued for like 5,000 years. So eventually these humans saw them as cruel supernatural gods.
Yeah.
That they just like, we can't fight these people. We just have to hope and pray that when we hide, when they come down from their mountaintops,
that they won't take us. Yeah. Yeah. They'll take Bobby down from the corner.
Yeah. They'll take like the kind of thing look through the crack in the door, and then they kick them out the door, lock the door, and then that person will get taken kind of thing. Yeah.
Sacrifice your least favorite child.
Literally, like, you don't have to outrun the thing chasing you just have to outrun the person at the back kind of thing. For 5,000 years. Now, when Mortarion turned up, it's very interesting because Mortarion arrives and his pod just kind of disappeared. Like, he was just found as a baby in the middle of a gaseous, choking moor. Where all of the human beings would be dead. And that's adult human beings. So you can only imagine what would happen to a baby in that kind of thing. And he was just sitting there, naked as the day that he was gestated in the pod. Crying. Just wailing.
Just absolutely
just screaming, making noise. Which is the only time in Mortarion's life that he doesn't talk above a whisper. He is described a lot as talking like very like raspy and whispering, but that's because he wears...
Well, he's been chain smoking since the day he came out of his gestation pod.
From the day he was born. But he wears like a neck piece. Like a gas mask kind of deal. That just constantly like helps him breathe. So like a lot of people when they're reading Mortarion, they like read him like very wheezy. Like they
he's that kid who's hooked up to the asthma the gear all the time.
They accentuate the beginning of every sentence with like a kind of deal, and he talks like he's like very much like I'm from Barbarosan, like kind of like very like kind of like how like whenever Harry Potter would have a vision of Severus Snape. But not Severus Snape, of Voldemort for some reason.
But if Voldemort and Darth Vader had...
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So this baby was just straight crying.
Yeah.
Now, he was discovered by a man known as Nakar of Barbaros.
Okay.
Now, the first thing that Nakar noticed was the fact that this baby was crying his eyes out.
Right.
And Nakar of Barbaros, ever being a douchebag of the highest order, was like, that baby is special.
Yeah.
He is mine now.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
my
stealing
son.
that child.
Not my son.
No.
He is my property now.
Oh.
To Mortarion, that man was his father.
Yeah.
But Neker saw Mortarion as a tool.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he was a human, but he was different than the other humans.
Right.
So he could use him that way.
Special amongst
humans, exactly.
He'd be better. He's an outlier in the data, which means he can get other extra testing done.
Exactly.
Kind of stuff.
But he didn't. He was like, oh, I can use this guy. He might be a good general. He might be a good warrior. He might be a good something later on down the line.
If he can withstand this atmosphere, what else can he survive?
Yes.
Kind of thing.
Exactly. So he took him and he gave him the name in like Barbaric or whatever the hell the name of the thing is.
Yeah.
High Gothic is what I wrote down. I'm dumb. He gave him the name of Mortarion.
Yeah.
Which in High Gothic means the child of death.
Right. And you expect your child not to be emo when he grows up?
Yeah. Well, Mortarion's not quite emo. He's just like, everything sucks. I cannot breathe.
Yeah.
I wish that everyone around me would just leave me alone.
He's emo, but with extra asthma.
Yeah. Now, his adopted father, ever the douche canoe that he was, he kept Mortarion close by.
Yeah.
He built a tower, especially for Mortarion.
Wow.
That was on the limit of what Mortarion's body could take in terms of the gaseous cloud.
Huh.
Yeah. So constantly, every single day, Mortarion was like at his limit.
Yeah.
Constantly, non-stop.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's not good for your body or your psyche or your anything.
No, literally, he could like walk like probably about 100 feet.
Yeah.
Like not even that, probably like 50 feet up from where his tower was, and he'd be like on the floor, like wheezing, coughing, like on the verge of death.
Yeah.
And his father built his tower there on purpose.
Yeah.
And he forced him to learn. It was a prison. It was a prison of, in all intensive purposes, for Mortarion, simply because the Overlord wanted to keep him close by.
Right. And if he kept him at his limit, then he couldn't run away.
Exactly.
I see.
But Mortarion eventually would grow up.
Of course.
And he would learn. He was learning everything. Everything from arcane secrets to battle doctrine to like artifacts, stratagem, all of that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Literally everything that the Overlord wanted him to learn, that the Overlord thought was important.
Yeah.
He taught Mortarion.
Right.
Well, Mortarion was like, cool. So why am I locked up in this tower though? And Mortarion started to ask more questions.
Right.
And it got to the point where his daddy would get very, very angry about him asking these questions. And he would ask him, one of the things that he would ask him about was, why do we oppress those people below us?
Ooh.
Why do you constantly experiment on people?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. What are those things down there that you're constantly going and pillaging and experimenting on and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
And the Overlord would never give him a straight answer or would just outright refuse to answer the question.
I mean, like, horrible, but fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want your not quite child to know that you're killing his own kind of people.
Yeah, it's like he just wanted control in the highest degree.
Yeah.
And it worked. For a while, it would work.
Right.
But after a while, when Mortarion was realizing that questioning his adopted father was getting him nowhere,
he's gonna have to do something about it.
He broke out and he killed every guard that got in his way.
Damn.
With his bare hands.
Damn.
Yeah.
After being on the verge of the limit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, he was fueled by anger. Like, a lot of stuff that Mortarion does is fueled by anger. True. It's fueled by aggression because he's just like, why? Like, I just want to know why.
He just wants a straight answer.
Exactly. So eventually he broke out, like killing any guards that got in his way, and he just made his way down the mountain. He just made his way down the mountain into the valleys of Barbaros, where he discovered that the people were being oppressed were his people.
Yeah.
They looked like him.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't look quite like Mortarion, because Mortarion was a pale, balding man.
And at the ripe age of 13.
At the ripe age of 13, most probably. Well, most probably at the ripe age of like 5 years old or something like that. But he looked like a grown man. But
they're human.
Yeah.
They're human, and they look close enough that they're more human than the not human.
Yeah. And so Mortarion has this like epiphany. He has this mad epiphany. He just goes, he's like, I get it now. Yeah. My dad's a dick.
My dad's up to no good.
Yes.
He's actually evil.
He's evil. So Mortarion was mad at this, was just like, you know what? I'm going to fight for you guys.
Yeah.
He was like, he was gaining their trust, and he was just, you know, there, and he was just like, hey, like, I just want to help you guys. So he's doing everything that he could do to help them.
Yeah.
Until one of the overlords sent creatures to attack the village.
Oh, no.
Now, Mortarion would join the attack, because the people were like, you know, fighting them off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Mortarion would join the attack, and he, for the first time in his life, picked up a scythe. And he was cleaving.
Child of Death gets a scythe.
Yeah. And that kind of becomes his thing.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Funny that, you know, he's all death themed, and he just so happens to find a scythe.
Do you want to know what his current scythe is as the demon primarch?
What?
It's the Man Reaper. That's the name of his scythe, is the Man Reaper.
And this is all just coincidental.
And it's a chain scythe too.
See, I'm pulling out the red string this time.
Yeah. Yep, all coincidental.
All coincidental.
Tzeentch definitely didn't plan any of it.
Definitely not.
No. But yeah, using the scythe, he would rush into, and he would start killing all these creatures, and eventually he followed the creatures back to find the warlord that sent them.
Right.
And he butchered the warlord.
Right.
Like, he just went in there and he was like, you don't deserve to live, and just cut the guy down.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
After all of that messing around, I wouldn't blame him for that.
Yeah, no. He just boom.
Done, gone, bye-bye.
Yeah. He, over time, would unite the villages of Barbaros in just one big, you know,
happy family,
one big accumulated thing. And he started training up the best of the best men to be his death guard.
Okay.
Yes. And he would use his death guard, go from warlord to warlord, and just end them.
Love that.
Now, here's the thing. Remember how I told you that, like, the higher you go on Barbaros, the more toxic the gas would get?
Yes.
They were going from warlord to warlord, and as they went from warlord to warlord, they were upgrading their gear so they could withstand the gas more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good strategy.
Well, that's the thing, though, is they were taking out these warlords in their homes. So these warlords were like, what's going on? Why, what is happening? How are you able to do this?
Full frontal attack.
Full frontal attack, yeah. They were taking the battle to the warlords.
Yeah, which that would absolutely be very threatening.
Mm-hmm. It'd be extremely threatening. He got to a point where they had got rid of all of the warlords. So he gets to a point where, like, the next person that he has to kill, that he has to fight after destroying all of these warlords, is his father, his adopted father.
Right.
Now, he's apprehensive to do this, because as much as his father was using him as a tool, and as much as his father was like a massive douche, he basically let Mortarion live. He could have killed Mortarion on that battlefield, but Mortarion lives because of this man. So Mortarion is very reluctant to kill this man he hates.
Right. He knows he hates him, but also it's like, but you kind of like, you were kind of okay for a little bit.
I live because of you. Yeah. Now, he couldn't go through with the final attack on his father.
Right.
But the other thing as well is, he, under the advice of a little man called Callous Typhon.
Okay.
Typhon is a douche.
Okay.
And he's a douche in Heresy, but we'll talk about him later on in the Heresy and stuff like that. Typhon was basically like, hey, even with these new suits of armor that are really cool, and like they, you know, make us alive really well in this gas and stuff like that, even with this armor, we wouldn't be able to go and risk it. We wouldn't be able to go and, fight your father anyway.
Right.
Because the gas up there is too potent that we would just melt away before we even got to the gates of your father's of your father's castle. So Mortarion was like, you know what? You're right. We'll just go back to the village and we'll catch him. We'll catch him on the flip side. We'll see what we can do and stuff like that. Now, I'm sure you can imagine Mortarion's surprise when he gets back to his village and there is a mysterious stranger that he has never seen before from off-world talking to the elders of his village.
Oh.
Now Mortarion is immediately like, we don't need an outsider's help. We don't need the help of a man from the stars.
Yeah.
And the man from the stars goes, but you can't kill your dad though, can you? And Mortarion is taken aback by this. He's like,
right.
How do you know that, first of all?
How do you know that? How dare you?
Yeah. And obviously he knows this because he's been talking to the elders and stuff like that. So he just kind of shrugs it off. He's like, they probably told you, but don't you? No, you're not supposed to know that. He goes on and he's like, we don't need outsiders' help. We don't need an outsider's help. We've been killing these guys off easily. We do not need an outsider's help now. And the stranger was like, all right, you know what? I'll put you to a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm from the Imperium of Man. The Imperium of Man is this multi-planet spanning empire.
Yeah.
If you are able to kill your father, we'll leave you alone, and you do not have to join the Imperium of Man. If you lose, however, if you're not able to kill your father, then you have to pledge your fealty. You have to pledge your loyalty to the Emperor of the Imperium of Man. And Mortarion's like, bet.
Yeah, it's a gamble, but like it's also the cards are stacked, and it's the
back to the episode. So Mortarion, arguably pissed off, because this stranger from outside, goes, nah, you can't do it. If you do it, you have to pledge your fealty to the Emperor of Mankind.
You're a wuss.
You're a wussy.
You can't do it. I don't believe in you.
Mortarion ignores the pleas of his death guard.
Yeah.
Callous Typhon's like, dude, remember what I told you about the armor? You can't do that. Bad idea. He goes off on the mountain. He goes up the mountain on his own.
Oh,
no one's following him.
Of course.
He's completely alone as he goes up the mountain.
Blinded by rage.
He is completely alone when he goes up the mountain. I cannot stress enough how completely alone he is when he goes up the mountain.
It's just him, solo mission, one-man band.
He gets to the gates of his father's compound.
Yeah.
The armor on his body is decaying and melting away on his body.
Oh,
he is dropping to his knees. He is trying to crawl to get to his father's thing.
Yeah.
He starts passing out. The last thing he sees right before he's about to pass out is his father walking towards him. His father walking towards him, mocking him for how weak he is, mocking him for failing to be able to kill him.
That is horrendous.
Yes. And now, Mortarion is alone. He starts hearing a voice. That is not his father. A voice that's saying to him, hey, I can tell you the secrets of how to beat death, of how to beat and be the truest, most purest being that you could ever be. I can give you that. That was Nurgle talking to Mortarion for the first time. Mortarion, outside of Lorgar, is one of the first primarchs to be talked to by a chaos god. Right. Yeah. That's like from the get-go. He hasn't even left his own planet yet. Not even yet, no. He is one of the... Nurgle at this moment has gone, that's my champion. Because he has bested a plague world, essentially. Well, yeah, I guess he has. Like he's still getting kicked in the butt by it, but also like he's gone that far. Yeah. Yeah. So after this, Mortarion is on his last things. He's about to pass out. He sees his father coming towards him, about to kill him. His father's lining up the swinging blow. Yeah. Flaming sword from nowhere cleaves his father right in half. A flaming sword, you say? That stranger we're talking about was the Emperor of Mankind. Oh my god, I would have never seen that coming. So, Mortarion... Now, remember how I said that he came up the mountain alone? Yeah. He's passing out alone? Yeah. The Emperor of Mankind was able to get up the mountain quick enough to find Mortarion lying
Yeah.
right before his father's about to kill him and come up and just end
Just
the dude.
take it.
It was most likely psycho stuff that the Emperor was doing
Yeah.
to, like, you know, stop him from being seen and stuff like that. But the Emperor saves Mortarion's life.
Yeah.
But Mortarion doesn't realize that the Emperor is saving his life. He just sees it as a kill steal. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
Mortarion's on the floor. He's breathing. He can't.
Like, he's about to die.
He's about to die, and he's like, I didn't hear no bell.
I'm still going.
I could have took him. Yeah.
I had it. I could have. I had one hand behind my back for fun.
Exactly. Now, Mortarion kept his pledge, and he swore his fealty to the Emperor.
Yeah.
But he didn't like it.
Nope.
Not one bit.
I would imagine not.
No. And so Mortarion, from this point, would resent his father. Right through until the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
And
so he had one crappy dad.
Yeah.
Now he's got
an
two crappy
even
dads.
crappier dad. No, he still has one crappy dad because his first crappy dad died.
Because his second crappy dad killed him.
Yes. Now, this resentment would follow him right through to the heresy, and that is what Nurgle would use to have him fall to Nurgle.
That makes sense.
Yes. Now, he would go back to the Imperium Man, be introduced, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He's introduced to his Legion from like the get-go. First thing he does, meets his Legion.
Right.
First thing he does upon meeting his Legion is he changes the name from the Dusk Raiders to the Death Guard. Because he wants to honor the men that fought beside him.
Yeah.
On Barbaros.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
Emo, but cool.
Emo, but cool. Well, what's more emo is the speech he gives. And the speech he gives is, "You are my unbroken blades." Oh, sorry. He's whispering. So he's like, you're my unbroken blades. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "You are the Death Guard. By your hand justice shall be delivered. And doom shall stalk 1,000 worlds."
That is badass.
Yeah. So from the get-go, he's like, I'm here and I'm standing upon business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business is on the ground and I'm on top of
I'm
business.
on top of business. I'm standing upon business.
Yeah.
So over time, something would happen inside the Death Guard Legion.
Okay.
And I want to address this before we go on to Mortarion too much. Because Barbaros and Terra started to clash with each other. And Mortarion did nothing to quell that.
Oh.
Because he came from Barbaros and he saw his Barbaros sons as correct because they saw the same background as him.
Yeah.
So Mortarion, as they were losing Terran-born Death Guard, he just kept bringing them back up with Barbaros Death Guard.
Right.
So over time, the Terran Death Guard would be outnumbered by the Barbaros Death Guard. And the Barbaros Death Guard, obviously knowing about the legend of Mortarion on Barbaros and stuff like that, they swore more loyalty to Mortarion than they did the Emperor.
Right.
And the main reason that this caused a rift is because the Terran-born Death Guard swore more loyalty to the Emperor than they did Mortarion.
Right.
Yes. So
it's like, yeah, this guy is our like de facto leader, but we are tools of the Emperor.
Yes.
But now these guys are like, no, this is our dad, though.
Now, do you remember how I mentioned Giga Chad Nathaniel Garrow?
Yes.
He is the perfect example of this because he is constantly butting heads with the Barbaros-born Death Guard about how they should act. So much so that they are like, I'm going to kill him. Like, I want Nathaniel Garrow to die.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But Nathaniel Garrow, ever being the absolute Chad that he is, being the absolute pinnacle of just absolute bro, is just like, I get you. I see differences between us, but the Emperor will protect. And they're just like, screw you, man.
And he's like, nah, peace and love, bro.
Yeah, he's like, peace and love, dude. We're all Death Guard here, man. You're my brothers, dude. And they're like, you're no brother of mine. He's like, I get it.
I'd be mad if I were you too.
I would if I were you and you were me, I'd hate you too. In fact, I'm feeling that hatred towards you right now.
Being so meta that you come back around.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Now, Mortarion, given the extreme chemical resilience of the Barbarous-born Death Guard,
Yeah.
it means that he was able to bring in more Death Guard quicker than other legions could.
Oh.
Because of that chemical resilience that they naturally had,
Yeah.
it means that the conversion process to an Astartes was extremely easy for them. Because that's one of the main parts of becoming an Astartes is the chemical change that happens in your
Right.
body, the physical change
And
that
if
happens.
they're already messed up,
Yeah, they're already massively resilient to like bodily change because of the chemicals of Barbarous.
yeah.
So his legion was able to be replenished extremely quickly and on a mass scale because essentially all of his Death Guard came from Barbarous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, not really.
Not
when it comes
really.
to the heresy, it's not very good for
That's
them.
fair.
But it also means that they were mentally hardened warriors as well, because they were
Yeah.
constantly dealing with hardship.
Yeah.
And Mortarion saw this as a plus. He saw it as a positive. Like,
Right.
this will be good for my legion.
Yes.
His Death Guard were being honored as well. Like the ones that he fought with on Barbarous, they were honored as well. With the main one being Callus Typhon. Callus Typhon is his first captain.
Right.
That's his right-hand man.
Okay.
Does he keep being his right-hand man? No.
No.
Is he a massive douche? Yes. Is he the reason the Death Guard becomes the Death Guard? Yes. But he's cool, though.
But at least he's cool.
But at
while he
least
did
he's
it.
cool. Yeah. His mini's pretty awesome. I couldn't tell you what it looks like. I just remember that his mini looks awesome.
Okay.
Mortarion's mini is awesome, too.
I think you've shown me.
Yeah,
that one, and I do
showed you how they changed. Because
Yeah.
Mortarion's mini used to just be a dude with a scythe and wings.
Right.
Yes.
And then now it's this huge
Like this, yeah. And he has
yeah.
these really cool like moth wings. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really, really upsetting for me because I really don't like moths.
That is so fair. But he's this cool moth.
But he's just this cool moth dude.
Is he Mothman?
He is the Mothman.
He is the Mothman of
Yeah.
the Warhammer.
He is the Warhammer Mothman.
I love that.
Yes. Growing his legion to the way he wants it to be and like how they want to be and everything like that.
Yeah.
Mortarion would use his legion as a means to an end.
Right.
He saw his legion as the way that he could get back at his father, kind of.
Right.
Because he was like, I hate my dad, but what do I hate about my father? Is it the fact that he is using me? Is the fact that he's essentially oppressing the people of his life? Is he a bit of a douche? Yes. So I'm going to go throughout the galaxy and I'm going to kill everybody that is oppressing people like that.
Right.
He hated oppression.
He's working within the system to mess up the
system, yeah.
I love that.
And he saw that to fight terror and oppression, any means necessary.
Yeah.
Any means necessary.
Doesn't matter
was
how many
appropriate.
lives.
Yes, essentially, yes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, is they wouldn't do anybody in who was getting in the way too much.
Right.
Because the way that they fought, the way that their like warfare was a fight of resilience.
Okay.
So essentially they were just like, we're going to tire out an enemy.
Yeah.
We're going to just follow them. We're going to draw them out. We're going to follow them. We're going to wear them out essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially like wear out the ammo stores, make them tired, all that kind of stuff.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is like if you know you can do well at that.
Yeah.
That is a good strategy.
It's very good. It's very good. So much so that they when it came to like Istvan 3 and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they were the ones tasked with like clearing out the trenches outside of Istvan. Like they were like the first ones in, and they like assaulted the walls
right.
of the palace of the area in Istvan 3 that they were fighting. Everybody else was shot directly into the walls, directly into the palace and stuff like that, into like the city that they were in, so they could start the fight in there. But like the Death Guard were drawing everybody out.
Yeah.
They were pushing everybody in.
Yeah.
To have the other legions fight them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, Horus.
Yeah.
Horus loved this. He was like, this is awesome.
Right.
Because you guys can push them back.
Yeah.
And then we can jump them.
Right.
Like, we can fight them. We can fight them. And we know they won't get away. Because if they try and get away, you're there. constantly pushing them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they're exhausted because you've been pushing them back, they're an easier target to wipe out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember how I told you that Mortarion's kind of a pale weirdo?
Yeah.
So his brothers did not like him. They saw him as a freak.
Right.
Like as a genuine freak of nature.
Right.
Because he was pallid, he was pale.
He looked like he was dead.
He looked like he was dead. He had a bald head.
Yeah.
And he was breathing out of his breathing apparatus constantly.
Yeah.
So his voice was hoarse, constantly like he would constantly be breathing. Like you'd be in a silent room and you'd be in a silent room with Mortarion and all you'd hear is just like like constantly. Just
like that one wheezy old dog that your grandparents have.
Just all the time, non-stop.
Yeah.
Now, there's something really cool about Mortarion.
Yeah.
Like he embraced this. Like on his belt, he just had canisters of gas. And these canisters of gas were like from his homeworld.
Right.
He every now and then would just pull out one of these canisters, open it up, and just breathe in the gas. Like sampling fine wine.
Oh my goodness.
And then he'd hook it back up, put it back on his belt.
And it's just poison gas.
It's just poison gas. Or he'd have it like hooked into his breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
So he was just constantly breathing that. And he'd do that on the battlefield. Yeah. So he'd have that feeling of when he was fighting back on Barbarosan again.
Smelling salts to a whole new level. Yeah. Man. Holy crap.
And there's an honor thing that they would do. Mortarion would take one of his men that he thought fought exceptionally in a battle. Yeah. He would pull them aside and he would put a chalice on the table and he'd pull out a vial of poison that he made himself. So dude's just making vile poisons on his spare time. Yeah. He'd pour it into the glass. He'd pour it into 2 glasses, one for him, one for them. He'd put that glass in front of them on the table, pour it in, give it to them first, and then pour himself a glass. Yeah. And he'd toast the battle with them, and then they would drink that poison.
Oh.
Yeah. And this poison was enough to make an Astartes take a step back.
But it wouldn't kill them, but it would just it would hurt them.
It burnt their throat.
Right.
It burnt their throat and it burnt their lungs all the way down to like their stomach and stuff like that. Like they would take this poison and they would feel it going through their body. And
who needs alcohol?
Yeah. And where an Astartes could like brush off a regular poison within like about a minute or so, this would be like sticking with them for a couple of hours.
Jeez.
Now Mortarion would just put it back and he'd be like, well,
that's just like water, man.
Yeah, it's just like water, dude. Kind of tastes like
home.
Scorpion venom and home. Yeah.
Tastes like you're a wuss.
Yeah. But he and that's the thing is like going back to like him being like, oh, Barbaros is important, like my whole the culture of Barbaros is important, stuff like that. That's what he would do to make it feel and stuff like that.
Yeah, and being like, I think that you're strong enough to handle this. Yeah. So we're gonna do it together like bros.
Now speaking of like a Barbaros, like a Marine from Barbaros, they probably wouldn't feel the effects as much as a Terran Astartes would.
Right.
Now Nathaniel Garrow takes that and he's like but that's all inside. He's going like red faced, he's like got tears in his eyes and stuff like that, but he's like good year, my lord. Real nice. And he's like, and he turns around and he's like
just absolutely dying.
Absolutely dying inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with that whole thing of him being like a gaunt weirdo that huffs gas and drinks poison, he only had 2 friends. Only 2 of his brothers liked him.
Hey, at least he had friends.
Yeah. Unlike Perturabo.
Yes.
Conrad and Horus were quite fond of him.
Okay.
Now, Conrad was fond of him because Conrad was also a gaunt, pale weirdo, but he had hair. And Horus didn't have hair. No, Horus liked him because Horus liked everybody.
Right.
But Horus also had mad respect for his legion.
That's Horus's job to like everybody.
But that's the thing, though, is he liked him so much that Mortarion was like super into Horus.
Right.
He was like, this guy's better than the Emperor. Like I'm more willing to listen to Horus than I am to the Emperor.
Well, to be fair, He's a crappy dad.
Yeah.
But cool older brother. Yeah, you can be my dad.
Exactly, yeah. You're like the dad I wanted.
Yeah, the dad I never had.
You're like my father. But he liked it so much. He liked him so much so and had so much respect for him.
Yeah.
That Gilliman was getting worried.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, Gilliman was like,
that
hey,
is...
Dad, Mortarion is, like, following Horus too much. And the Emperor was like, shut up, tool.
Nobody ever listens to Gilliman.
No one ever listens to Gilliman. And what happened? It was too late. Mortarion goes after Gilliman and after the heresy. And this
really?
is post-heresy.
Yeah. After everything's all said and done, he's like, no, I still got beef with you. I want to get...
Gilliman has beef with everybody.
That's fair.
Including me, no.
No, you have beef with Gilliman.
Exactly. I have beef with Gilliman, yeah. But, so, anyway, we're getting to the end of the crusade now.
Yeah.
While he didn't fight at Ulanor,
yeah,
Mortarion was present at the triumph.
Okay.
Because he was not about to miss the chance to praise his only brother, like the only brother that liked him.
Yeah.
So he went there. He went out of his way to go to the Ulanor triumph to like congratulate his brother and everything like that.
That's sweet.
Which means also that Mortarion was one of the first of his brothers to be taken aside.
Yeah.
And like have Horus discuss how he wanted the Imperium to look and how he wanted to fight for the Imperium.
Right, because he sat down with each of them, right?
He sat down with each of them. And basically was like, what do you want from me as your war master?
Right.
Yes. And Mortarion was just like, nothing, you're perfect. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
You're great. You're great just as you are.
Yeah. This also was one of the reasons that Mortarion was like ripe for the picking in the heresy. Because Horus was like, I know that this guy isn't fond of the Emperor from the rip because he took the kill. He kill stole. And Mortarion is still sore about that.
Yeah.
He is not very happy about that happening at all.
Yeah.
So.
And like, it's so weird though that he's kept this grudge. Because, like, nobody in this franchise, none of the characters, nobody keeps grudges at all.
No one keeps a grudge like Mortarion.
No.
Or the Emperor. Or Angron.
or literally
or
actually
Perturaba.
anybody.
All of the traitor primarchs have a massive grudge.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to the end of, like, Mortarion and everything like that.
Yeah.
But one other thing that I want to bring up is the Council of Nicaea.
Right.
Now, the Council of Nicaea is a very pivotal moment at the beginning of the Horus heresy.
Yeah.
It's one of the first things that needs to be like talked about when it comes to Horus heresy, but it's not with the Horus heresy too much. It's kind of away from it.
Right.
But the Council of Nicaea was basically evaluating the role of psykers in the Imperium at large.
Okay.
And when this happened, Magnus was like, no, dude, we can't do this.
Yeah.
We can't do this. We need psykers and stuff like that. It's really important. It's all that stuff. It's all I can do. And then, Magnus goes on an arm-breaking spree of himself because he can't stop patting himself in the back of how good of a psyker and how much of a good magician he is and everything like that.
Yeah.
Mortarion is at the Council of Nicaea, and much like Russ, is not a big fan of psykers. Mortarion does not like psykers because of those overlords that he had on his homeworld.
That makes sense.
And Mortarion rather matter-of-factly just goes, psykers would be a huge detriment to the Imperium at large.
Yeah.
What happened on my home planet will happen Imperium-wide if psykers are allowed to keep up.
Right.
So dude stands up, gives his thing, and then sits back down again and does not speak for the rest of the council.
That's it.
He waits until the Emperor gives his final verdict on what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to that, he's extremely happy.
Right.
Like it's one of the only times where
that he ever smiles.
Not that he ever smiles, but it's one of the only times where Mortarion is like actually happy for something that his father has done.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he's like, I am happy that the people of this Imperium will not be oppressed by the horrors that are psykers as a whole. Yeah. And that's like everything. Like he calls for the disbandment of the librarians. Yeah. And Mortarion's very happy about that because he's like, great, I don't have to have filthy psykers in my legion anymore. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the main things that he goes for. Okay. And yeah, so Mortarion ends Mortarion ends up very happy.
Yeah.
And he goes into the Horus Heresy very happy, and he does nothing wrong
at all ever. Surprise.
Now I say that, but this is the funny thing is Mortarion didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He got tricked into doing stuff with his legion.
Yeah. And Nurgle came to him as just a voice when he was like on the brink of death.
On the brink of death, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's probably been fighting that voice for his entire life.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask. Are there any other like times where that comes up before the heresy that Nurgle's like, "Hey, hello," specifically, or is it just kind of like assumed?
Because that's the thing about Chaos Gods and stuff like that. They don't give up.
Right.
Like they kind of stick with you for a while.
Yeah.
So what was it? That's it. The Chaos Gods don't give up without a fight.
Yeah.
So when Nurgle first gets rejected by Mortarion, it's not really a rejection.
Yeah.
Just Mortarion's never really given the opportunity to say yes.
Right, because the Emperor just swooped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mortarion is probably being plagued by voices, not of like join the Death Guard, join the Death Guard, join the Death Guard, join Nurgle, Zines. Nothing like that. He's most probably being like Nurgle is most probably the one that is constantly reminding Mortarion of what his father did to him.
Okay.
So that voice in his head is I can't believe he stole my kill. It was my job to kill my father.
Yeah.
Is most probably not. It was me. Most probably not. It was my job to kill my father. It was most probably Nurgle being like,
it was your job to kill your father.
You should have been allowed to end your father's life and stuff like that. It's one of those things where like the Chaos Gods make you think it was your idea and stuff like that. But with Mortarion, it's a funny one because he's never really knowing that voice is anything else but his own consciousness.
Right.
From what it seems like.
He just thinks it's his own messed up Jiminy Cricket.
Exactly. So when the stuff that happens with Nurgle happens, he's like, well, I kind of have to because you've been guiding me my entire life.
Yeah.
But that's not what he goes through and stuff like that. There's something else that guides him to taking Nurgle's gift.
Right.
But it was probably just a very small push that Nurgle had to give to be like, hey, come join me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... But anyway, that's the end of our episode today. Okay. A little bit of a shorter one because Mortarion's rather cut and dry is the thing. There's not much to speculate on there. Yeah. Not much to go over like there was with Perturabo, but...
Yeah, there's so many bits here and there. And I have realized that I got a couple of the notes mixed up because I had read over your notes before we did that episode. And I accidentally thought that a couple of your notes were my notes. But I think I caught most of them, so there shouldn't be many corrections that are necessary there.
Yeah. Once again, as we said at the beginning of the episode, if you are here from Instagram, thank you for coming over. If you are here from any other future social medias, if you're here in the future, I can see you.
We're using our psyker powers.
To see you. But anyway, if you are here from any other platform, if you have just discovered us and come across us on your own volition.
If you're here from that car that just drove by, thank you. That's a little creepy, but thank you.
Thank you, yeah. If you're here from YouTube, thank you. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell us how much I suck. If you're here on Spotify, also thank you. And then Spotify, YouTube, maybe do some crossover there. Watch us on YouTube, listen to us on Spotify. Every little helps. We really love your guys' support. We're really happy that you guys are here. Yep. The very little of you, the very small following that we have right now. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
You're the ones who found us before we were cool.
Yeah, before we were cool. If we ever become cool.
I mean, I think we're pretty cool.
I think we're pretty cool too. We're pretty cool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for just being here and interacting with us. And we will...
Thank you for also being giant nerds.
Yes, thank you for being giant nerds. I almost forgot that one. And next week, Ethan's going to get very angry because next week we're talking about Lorgar.
Hooray!
The biggest douche in all the galaxy.
Hooray!
Because without Lorgar, we wouldn't have a heresy. And you'll find out why next week on our podcast.
Yes.
But until then, we'll see you next time. Have a good week, I guess.
A good day, week,
good day, week, month, whatever you do.
Nighttime, daytime.
That nice twilight when you see the skin of a killer.
Dusk and dawn.
And twilight and midday and
shiny things.
If you're listening to this at exactly 3:57 p.m. on a Saturday night, I like you especially.
Yes.
But only that time.
And you have to comment. You have to comment immediately that you did do that.
Yes.
And I don't know, we'll give you a gold sticker or something.
Yeah.
But you can't time it. You can't do it on purpose.
Yes. You have to do it naturally.
Yes.
But anyway, I digress. We're going out of there. Thank you again. We'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.